Hi, this is the introductory overview video for Get Booked Up Forever Free Edition. It's standard layout at the top of the screen. We've got the menus at the top, and then we've got the search bar below. We've got a new button, new client button, that creates a new record, and then the search fields alongside. We allow you to search for telephone numbers, postcodes, family name, or we can change this to business name, email, and reference. And then we also allow you to search for job numbers or quote numbers, and the find button on the end there. So I'm just going to open a sample client record. Okay, so that's got Mr. Bear's record open, so you can see what's in the client screen there. We've gone for a tab layout in here as well to keep it nice and clear and easy to use and intuitive. So this is Mr. Bear's record that we're in. His address details appear across the top here. So whenever you're working in his record, you'll see his name and address details at the top there. We've also got his telephone number and his email visible at the top. If we look along the tabs here, this edition has client details, and then we have the quotations tab and the jobs tab. Let's go back to the client details screen. Right at the top here, we've got what we call our key information. So that's key services dates, key contact information, key marketing dates. So that's at a glance there as you're working in the client's record as well. And then if we look within the client detail tab, there's another level of tabs here. So we set on main detail at the moment. If we just pop back to the address tab there, this is the tab where you'll usually come into when you create a new client record. And the reason for that is we need to make sure that we capture all this information that's in all these separate boxes here. So we need to capture the inquiry source. Where did you first hear about us and where did you find our telephone number today? Two subtly different questions. One means that you find out where your repeat and referral customers are actually getting your number from as well. And then there's the name and address details box below that. So you enter the client's details in here. That's in the postcode address file format, so you can qualify for discounts on Royal Mail postage and companies such as DocMail and things like that. We have a button here that allows you to add directions. If you click that, it takes you through to the directions tab here. So if I go back to the address tab. And then also we allow you to view the map, Google Maps or Street Map. So you can have a look there. If you click that, that would take you through to Google, and then you can do any street planning or anything like that that you want to do. While we're working down this side at the bottom here, we've got public comments. If you click into there, you can that's free text, and you can just put any comments in that you like. Bear in mind it's called public because they're the comments that you don't mind the customer knowing that you've got. And then we've got alongside that, we've got private comments, and that's comments that you perhaps don't want the client to know that you've made about them. Okay, so the other information that we capture when the client first calls in is telephone numbers. That's home, work, and mobile. We've got your space for, and these are actually free text as well. So if you want, you can put in something like X directory alongside the telephone number as well, and that'll be stripped out when you do any searches. And then below that, we've got what we call our essential information. We need to set this up. Now in this edition, it's already set up as the pricing area will be set up as local. The trading name will be set up whatever your license agreement was completed as. But you can still choose the client type. So you can choose whether they're commercial, domestic, insurance, landlord, or whether or not they're a tenant. And then we can click the next button. The next button would take us along to the main detail tab, just here. You can see the inquiry source appears here. When you come into the client record for a second or third time once it's been created, the system will prompt you here to check that it was the correct number. Below that we have the details of the client again, so we've copied it through the pricing area, the trading name and the client type. The other fields that you can edit in this version, in this edition, are the truck mount. And we've put options in there to show that there was no access to this property, it's not suitable on this job, or it's required on this job, and then you can mark that it was actually used on the job as well. Below that there's a reference. That's just a free text field where you can put in any reference number you may already have for your clients. And also we allow you in this edition to archive clients. So if the client's moved on, or there was no response to something, or they've died, you can actually archive this and they'll not appear in the lists unless you specifically include archives. You'll see that we've carried the telephone numbers through. You can also add other ones here if you wish. So you can keep this information correct here and edit that, and that will carry back through to the address tab as well. And then we've got a couple of options here as well. Copy 1 and copy 2. They allow you to copy the details of the name and address onto the clipboard. And then we've got an essential part of the system here, do not reasons. So we've got the ability to mark off if the client doesn't want mail shots, doesn't want telesales calls, or doesn't want emails, and also record a reason in there as well. On the right hand side here we've got the contact log, and what will appear here is all the jobs that you do, all the quotes that you do, any emails that you send, they will appear within the client's record here. So that's it. That's a basic overview of the client record. What we allow you to do as well is we can close this down using the button at the top right here, or on any of these tabs you can highlight the tab, right click, and then choose to click close. The other thing that you can do is you can click detach, and that will allow you to put this in a separate window, perhaps on a separate monitor. But for now I'm just going to close this one down. Okay, so that's a brief overview of GetBookedUp Forever Free Edition, showing you the basic layout and the basic client record. If you look at the other tutorials that are specific to the function that you're trying to create, you'll find detailed instructions on how to use each one there.